if you are interested in 5 ways where you can figure out exactly how you should begin earning money online, then you came to the right place. Because in today's episode of Exploring Happiness podcast, we are going to talk about exactly that.
Yeah, we're going to talk about how you can find out what you're good at, what you're passionate about, and turn that into a profitable business, what we did. So in the beginning of our journey, we knew that we wanted to be free and travel the world, but you always need some money when you do that.
Yes.
And so we had to tap into, none of us are educated. We're just stupid people traveling the world.
We're not that smart.
We're not that smart. And I tell you, our friends can tell you, agree with us on that. But so we had to tap into the skills that we apparently have.
Because we did have some when it all came to all.
And later in this podcast we will give you some good questions you can ask yourself, and also we will link down below a PDF you can sit down with a cup of tea and write down what you're good at, what you actually passionate about, what you're good at, because it's really important that you work with something that you are passionate about, that you're good at, and that makes profits. Otherwise you're going to burn out no matter what.
Yeah.
I know that in the beginning sometimes everything sucks, but you in the long run the job you're gonna search or do only gonna last if you're passionate in some way or another.
Unless you're just passionate about money, because then everything works where you can earn money, basically.
Yeah, but I think still I don't agree on
agree?
that. I don't agree on that, Jens. I'm sorry about that, because I think at one point, well, then you have to be so passionate about money you teach about money.
That's another thing. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but anyways, so
but I would say when beginning and starting out, you just have to find out first of all, what am I good at? Because you think that you have to find something that earns money.
Yeah.
But it's much better to start the opposite way, or start the other way around.
Yeah,
start by figuring out what kind of skills do I actually have, and they don't have to be anything fancy. They always say, I think I mentioned that in the last podcast, people say, well, I don't know anything about computers, so I can't do anything online. And that's nonsense. That's actually, I mean, working on things online today is like building Legos. Everyone can just stack things on top. You don't have to have lots of skills about computers. That's something that can be solved. So it's more about finding something that you know, I'm good at this. I know something about this. I mean, for me, I'm really good at writing. I'm good at text stuff. I'm fast at typing. So my first job was...
I can't stop laughing. Did you put in your Danish accent again?
I don't know if I did.
It's really, really
good. It's really, really good. My Danish accent is really good. Whatever do. I'm trying not to...
the camera is over there, right?
Yeah, but I'm looking at you.
No. I thought you were looking at that screen.
No.
So you did the transcription.
I know. So if you find something and you're good at it, you know you're good at it, you're a fast typer, for example, of course it's straight, it's like a penalty shot. It's you start with writing. You can write blog posts, you can do transcription, you can do translations, you can do something where it requires pretty good typing skills and not anything particular technical skill. Whereas you have a different skill from me.
Yeah, so I'm much more in the designer part, the creative part. And, well, so, yeah, for me, I learned when I in a really young age, I became a jewelry designer. And by that, I learned the skill of building my own website. And so when I was done with my jewelry company, the one thing I could do on the road was actually doing websites and doing all kind of like logos and all this stuff, because I taught myself this. So that was a skill that was easy. I would never do something with writing. That would just suck. I don't know even how to spell my own name.
I would never ever do anything that required something to look pretty like you do. Like
no.
Creating these design work and graphic designs, logos. what do you call those stickers you put on
products and
on
stuff.
products and all this. You are the master of that, and every time I try to do anything, you always come up to me and say, "What are you doing?
That's but
Why
ugly.
is it so ugly?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, I thought it looked all right. I'm not that bad at this stuff. But
So-
then you come and you make your small changes and everything. Also, all of a sudden, it's much better looking.
Yeah, so I have some questions for you. So we need to figure out what you're passionate about, and what you are naturally good at. So what skills do you already have that it comes easily to you? Because sometimes, I really want to emphasize this, that work hard life kind of mode idea of that work has to be grind and hard and stuff like that, and only when you suffer you can earn money. I want you to think about skills that comes easily to you, because this world is not about becoming better at things you suck at. It's actually becoming better at the things that naturally just flows to you. That could be you're a good communicator. It could be you're a good writer, as Jens is, or me. I do the whole graphic things. I always make my home look really nice really quickly. And so what skill sets do you have that you probably even didn't learn in school or something like that, but what comes naturally easy to you? Maybe think back as for when you were a child. Sometimes before society fucked us up, we have a better clear understanding of what we did naturally. It could be building, painting, or whatever. And with that comes the next thing is, what did you learn in school? What did you learn as an education? So that is like more the natural skills.
Yeah, because you might have gone to school actually and learned something. You might have gone to school and business school and learned about accounting, and then that's a skill that you can bring on the road, and you can do people's accounts. You can help them with their bookkeeping. So it's just like, what did you learn? So it doesn't only have to be. We're just talking what you can earn money from here. So it doesn't only have to be something you're passionate about. It can also be something you've learned.
Actually learned, accounting, whatever it could be. And also what you're curious about. What do you want to become an expert in? That goes really in the realm of if you want to start a YouTube channel or something like that, then you don't have to be an expert in everything. You can also just be passionate about stuff. Like I'm really passionate about women. That sounded now. I'm so passionate about them. No, I'm passionate about the whole women health and herbs and stuff like that. Not particularly good at it, but damn passionate about it. So that's why I started my Uncomfortably Honest podcast, because I really want to interview women who are good in different aspects. Today I had a woman on about herbalism, and she knows so much. And this way I can require skills. You want to say something? I can see that.
No, it's not. It's just. Especially with the YouTube, it's just such an open world that almost anything that you are passionate about, you can turn into
Jens,
a career.
Your meat grinder video.
As just an example, and I didn't monetize this or anything. A couple of years ago, I bought a secondhand meat grinder, and I just recorded a video explaining how you take it apart and clean it and put it back together. And then I forgot about it, and I didn't look at it for a couple of years. And then the next time I went in and actually checked the channel, it's called So I Bought a Meat Grinder. By the way, just so you know. So I bought a meat grinder. And now it has 10,000 views.
Yeah.
And it's a really bad video. It's from my old cell phone. It's just on the cheap, weird tripod. But it's just something that people needed to know.
Yeah.
How many people have been at home with that old meat grinder that you take apart with the snail in the middle and the big handle, and they've just been looking at it and they don't even know how to take it apart and clean it.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's everything goes. And also something I want to say, like also what people come and ask you about, like what do they ask advice for?
Like with us, like this podcast.
Yeah, that's why this started, because they always, how did you do it? How did you become free? How did you make money on the road? How do you become so awesome? How are you so beautiful? No.
It's always the first thing.
What about your curls?
How do you make money online? Yeah, and then are those real curls?
Yeah.
That's the second thing.
How do you brush them?
How do you comb your curls.
Yeah, maybe you should do a YouTube video. Okay, now aside. So I want to list up a little bit, actually, what kind of jobs me and Jens did. And this is going to be, we're not going into depth. So you're not going your Jens Miller road. So tell me, Jens, which jobs did you do on the road?
I did
sold your body.
Transcription, translations, web design, voice recordings, video recordings. We did massage therapy. I had my massage chair. I sold my leatherworking.
Yeah.
Did we do any hourly work? Not really, did we?
Oh, you did the HIT training in
Thailand. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I had a training. I trained a bunch of ladies, you included, in HIT workouts.
Yeah.
And we did the beach wrestling. So that's 9 so far.
Yeah.
Some earned more money than others.
Yeah.
But yeah, what kind of jobs did you do?
Well, let me see. So in the beginning, I was still selling my jewelry. I was heading the jewelry production in Bali, and I sold then the jewelry on the road and on the website, number 1. And then I started creating my own jewelry as well, which I sold as well. Then I did coaching online about like getting more happiness into your life, just upgrading your life to whatever you want to. So find your truth and live it. I did then websites, designs, creating websites. I worked for an American company and did help with social media, did consulting, helping the artists creating their website. So I wasn't doing the websites, but I was consulting them on how to do it. Then I did yoga.
Right, you taught yoga.
I taught yoga, women's circles, cacao circles, and
graphic design.
Yeah, again, I think logos and all that stuff. So a lot, and so I'm now also doing the podcast and do the YouTube channels, and I did online courses as well.
And now we just both started our passive income streams as well.
Yeah. So see, there's so many ways you can make money online. There's so much more also to it. You can write a blog while traveling.
Oh, I did that too.
And you can do some we met was doing trading. Like, what is Philip doing?
Yeah, like day trading.
You could do jobs on the road, like proper jobs on the road. We met two guys who were just part-time traveling, so they would go home and be builders.
Yeah,
for 4 months at a time, and then they will do a lot of money because they were living in a van, and then they would go for 8 months being super dude, super
just go surf.
Oh yeah, take a deep dive into big wave, man. They were not like that.
They were not like that at all.
No, but
they were not out there getting pitted, but they're just working 4 months, traveling for 8. Yeah. And that's just their life. And it's
so sometimes it's not only the skills, because there's definitely money to be made out there. It's also dare do it.
Yeah, it's dare do it. That's right. Yeah, just go and do it and don't be scared.
Yeah.
But you can all people work at festivals. People go pick oranges. People just do these workaway jobs as well.
Guy who only worked at the Boom Festival once a year, and then he lived really cheaply. So it's a figuring out, what do you want to do with your life? Are you a surfer dude? How can you build your life around your passion?
Yeah.
We wanted to travel. We wanted to see the world, and now we want to build chicken coops. So how do we create a life around that?
We buy a farm.
Good. And the next thing, so always at the end of this, so there's a beautiful PDF, so you can, all these questions you can ask yourself and maybe come a little bit closer to what you can do. I think also you created beautiful free guide on 8 ways to make money online.
8 ways to make money online. We link to the website, so you can just you sign up and you send it directly to your email, I think. So that's awesome.
Yeah, and so now we come to the second part of the podcast, which is because we wanted to create a more passive income, and we want to share with you live every week how that goes. Oof.
Dum, dum, dum.
Dum, dum,
Did
dum.
we make any money this
Make
week on
the
our
monies.
passive income
I want a jingle.
streams?
Did we?
Oh
did.
yeah, we need a jingle. We need
Yeah.
like a button we can press
Yeah.
for like dum, dum, dum.
Making the monies.
Could say that.
We need Ollie to make that.
Okay.
Okay, so we had a huge lesson this week, but then also we felt a little bit discouraged because we created those beautiful courses. I have my 21-day happiness course, and Jens did his Upwork course, and we thought everybody wants this shit.
They're gonna buy it.
They gonna buy it now. Buy it.
But
It's cheap.
But hey, the lesson is that it's really hard to sell something without a warm audience.
Yeah.
That being said,
We sold something.
we sold something.
And then we don't. You know what I realized, Jens? It's just 5 days ago we did the last podcast.
Oh, yeah, it's only
within
5
days,
days.
I actually made $26. So I sold 2 courses online. But also be aware, I have a.
You have a warmer list than me.
Yeah.
You actually have an email list. So
Yeah.
me without any lists, I made $6 in passive income.
And you have signed up because you promised everybody in the
And
world they
I
could get it for free.
them, and that's even at the same time I was giving it away for free. So someone actually found my course and bought it without knowing me or anything, just because they wanted the course. So
Yeah.
that's quite interesting.
That's quite interesting. Yeah.
Um,
What else? So I grew my YouTube channel a bit. I grew my audience on Instagram a bit, and but definitely lesson learned. We need to build lead magnets. So we need to build an email list, and we need to build a warm audience so they can get to know us. Because what I learned, the 2 people who bought my course was people I met in the real world. So I don't know how awesome and cute I am.
no one I met in the real world bought my course,
But
and
you
that
also-
says something about me, doesn't it?
Yeah, because you don't have any friends.
That's it. So yeah, lead magnets. But we grew the Exploring Happiness channel as
Yeah.
well a little bit.
Oh, did
And
we?
since I'm not doing
yeah,
anything on my own channels, really, I can't say that I grew that. But yeah, we still working hard on creating more content to put it out so we can generate more leads. That means if you are watching this, follow one of the links in the description and download one of our free resources.
Yeah.
So we get your email, and then in the future when we have something that you really want, we can actually send it to you and you can have it.
And also you can, I think I saw something awesome on another website today that you could send in your question. I want to build that on the website. So in the near future, you can go to a website and find there where we have a podcast, and then you can send in your questions for us if you have it, and we can then talk about the topic next time.
So but they can also just write a comment here on YouTube, which would be great.
Yeah.
And you can also help us by sharing this.
Yeah.
So all these things help.
Yeah, it does. And so if you're in the online room and want to work there with courses, YouTube, whatever, if you want to sell stuff online in the sense of courses, or I don't know, even if you want to sell something offline like a retreat or anything like that, start getting emails now. We never listened to that. We always created courses, and then we hope that somebody,
it's that whole thing, we keep building stuff that we can sell instead of building trust and generating leads.
Yeah, that's the message of the week. And so I think that's the wrap up for this podcast. We also want to say that you recently only just moved back to Denmark, and we already also again established job and money income where we trade our time for money. So I started a yoga.
You work as a yoga teacher.
I work as a yoga teacher now. I got some classes during the week, and Jens is.
I'm doing my massage therapy and acupuncture here in our new house.
Yeah, because we still don't want to get a normal job.
I refuse to go get a normal job. I cannot work for other people.
No.
It just doesn't work, especially since we've been living this way as long as we have. It just doesn't work.
No.
You just don't. You're just not getting up at 6 o'clock and going to the office or to the factory. It's just not gonna happen.
No, and also, but we still also have our online clients and all this stuff. So we're making ends meet, and So we are very excited for this week's goal, which is building an email list, like AKA also known as leads.
Yeah, leads. We need to generate leads. That is the mission for next time.
Yeah.
So not even selling or earning any real money. The mission for next time is hopefully we will have grown our email list with 100 people or something like that. That's what I hope for.
Okay. So that's all for us today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and please like and subscribe, and see you next time on the
Exploring Happiness podcast.
Ding, ding, ding.
Should we say it in together?
Exploring Happiness podcast.